Give me that green light. Give me that Greenlight Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that Greenlight Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that Greenlight Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that Greenlight Maine.
Good evening. Welcome to Greenlight Maine. I'm your host, Julene Gervais. Thank you so much for joining us. The journey to the $100,000 prize began with 26 contestants. The competition has been tough. With so many entrepreneurs and small businesses on the rise in Maine, we now have 13 finalists, and each one of them get their own mentoring round to help them figure out how to bring their business to the next level. Tonight's show features one of our finalists, Ralph Chauvin from NibMor Chocolates, and we also have our experienced panel of mentors from around the Maine business community, which we'll talk to in a few minutes. But first, I just want to say congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
You made our whole crew very happy here last time when you brought so many samples. I remember my son was here too, but what's been going on with you?
Well, I have another very nice sample for all of you to try during the show or after. We have a nice brand new bag that we're now shipping to certain Costco divisions in the Northeast and San Diego. And it's this bag here of 72% organic chocolate with wild Maine blueberries. Absolutely fantastic and perfect for this period of the year when you need a little snack, a little 8-gram piece of chocolate to satisfy your sweet tooth.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And right now we're going to watch that pitch that you did for the sake of our mentors who might not have seen it yet, and for you folks at home. Let's have a look.
Thank you very much for the invite. Welcome, judges. I'm Ralph Chauvin. I'm CEO of NibMor Chocolates, a small little chocolate company based in Kennebunk, Maine. My affiliation to Maine is I've been coming to Maine now since birth and decided to relocate the family here in 2012. So we live full-time in Kennebunk, and we're committed and completely just fall in love with living in Maine. And we're staying here for the rest of our lives. I'm a CPA, and I have about 30 plus years experience in US consumer packaged goods. Prior to this, many, many years with the Mentos company, the Chewy Mint. And back in the winter of 2015, I took over NibMor, and I'm now CEO, and I run it out of Kennebunk. So I established an office in Kennebunk, hired some employees, also hired some interns from USM and UNE. And we have a company now that's really deep-rooted with Maine values. And I really think that in the food area, Maine has a nice white space for some good progressive food companies. And we want to capture that space with NibMor. So we're completely committed to capture that white space and really make NibMor a Maine-based company with its values based out of Kennebunk. So what is NibMor? Well, NibMor is a better-for-you chocolate at a price mom can afford. For her and her family, a very transparent label, very few ingredients, and the big plus with NibMor is its certifications. It's certified gluten-free, it's certified vegan, it's certified USDA organic, it is certified kosher, and it's also Rainforest Alliance. And if you take a look at some of our bars, they range from 72% cocoa to 80% cocoa, all the way down to 52. Okay. So when I took over NibMor back in the winter of 2015, we expanded the product set to a number of fruit-covered, super fruit-covered chocolate, and also these very, very nifty resealable bags, which are doing extremely, extremely well. And we have 2 of those flavors. One of them is also deep-rooted in Maine tradition called Wild Maine Blueberries. And we also developed a bag for Costco, also with Wild Maine Blueberries. So, and in addition to our chocolates, we also have a line of drinking chocolates, which if you were to compare that to some competitive items on the shelf, very few ingredients, no more than 4 or 5, also certified with all the different, in addition to vegan or USDA organic, non-GMO project verified, and so forth, it is also fair trade. So we have a lot of distribution. We're gaining distribution. You can find these SKUs at front ends at Stop and Shop, at Market Basket, these bags at Food Lion, these bags at Market Basket, and we're also very successful to have a rotation and order at a Costco in February, which went absolutely fantastic.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Ralph. Okay, first question, Bob. And since you were here last, you are growing very fast.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got some very large orders at the end of December 2017. And I look forward to discussing this with the panel this morning.
Excellent. And now we're going to introduce our mentors by first name only because a good idea can come from anybody in any field. We're going to talk to them later about how they can be a resource to Ralph and NibMor. So first we have Joe. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it. Looking forward to helping with your challenge here today.
Thank you.
Next up we have TJ.
Yep, thanks. You have a lot of success going. It sounds like you got a really good problem, and growth is going really well. So fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
And finally, Charles. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. This is great this morning, and I really am enjoying and looking forward to hearing more about your product and the challenge that you have.
We need to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to take a deep dive into NibMor chocolates. Don't go away.
Greenlight Maine would like to thank the Maine Department of Economic and Community Development, the Maine DECD, helping businesses and communities prosper.
What strikes me most about Forevermark as a woman is the beauty of the diamond. When you place that Forevermark diamond on your finger, you can literally see it from across the room. It really has brilliance.
I know when I show somebody a Forevermark that they're getting shown the best. You know that the color is always going to be in a range that's going to look beautiful, and that you're never going to have a cut that's not going to explode light back at you.
Make sure that my jewelry comes from Days.
Are you trying to increase sales? At Dream Local Digital, we've been helping businesses using Facebook, Google, and other online tools for over 8 years. We're experts at helping small businesses because we work with them nationwide.
Dream Local publicizes the important part of me and what I stand for and what Archers is about.
We'd love to help you grow your business as well. Give us a call today.
Are you an entrepreneur? Do you have a new business or a great new product? Greenlight Maine is now accepting submissions for Season 4. Visit our website for more information.
For almost 25 years, Maine Biz has been providing business news, information, and analysis for business owners and C-level executives in Maine. From Fort Kent to Kittery, Maine Biz serves the decision makers of Maine across multiple channels, including its flagship print digital publication, website, events, daily report, real estate insider, and weekly newsletter. Let Maine Biz help your business succeed. Inform, engage, connect.
Please join us to find vital information on our website at greenlightmaine.com and be a part of our vibrant community on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Together, we're building Maine's future, one dream at a time.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. We are having a mentoring session with one of our finalists, NibMor Chocolates, and we also have our experienced panel here. But first, I just want to talk to you. This is great. You've got the bars, you've got your drinking chocolate, and now you have the fruit and chocolate.
Yep.
So, as we were saying, you are growing so fast. So what's your biggest challenge right now?
The one key word, mentors, is investment. And it's investment in raw materials, and I'll explain that in a second, investment in the brand, and investment in people. And the biggest challenge is A, to find that investment, and B, when to invest. Because we're not yet at the tipping point. So the question is do you invest prior to that tipping point and accelerate the path to the tipping point? Or do you wait until you get to the tipping point and invest? So, an example, these are being shipped now into 93 Costco stores in the Northeast and 52 Costco stores in the San Diego region, but our brand is not very well known. So when do you start investing to start really creating that equity in those markets? And how to make that pitch to additional investors. So these would be a couple of questions that I would really enjoy discussing on the show.
And just real quick for our viewers at home, you can also buy these in Maine.
Absolutely.
Yeah, in Market Basket.
Market Basket, and a bit later this year, Hannaford stores, and the drinking chocolate a bit later this winter at Hannaford stores.
Great.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to get some clarifying questions.
Yep.
Let's start you off with Joe.
Yeah, Ralph, you mentioned that you've have a lot of credentials with your chocolate as far as you know, it being organic. You mentioned the rainforest. How are you particularly marketing these to the consumer? How are you making them aware of this?
Well, right, and going back to the question about when do you start investing to pull the consumer, it's limited to the website. And the other thing we're trying is we want the packaging to do the heavy lifting. So when the consumer / shopper walks down the aisle of their store, the packaging talks to itself. So right now we're limited to social media, website, and packaging in the stores. But again, so when do we start investing so that we can, talk about that even more to consumers? So yeah, that's part of that challenge we have.
Well, you mentioned your tipping point. Describe to me what you mean by your tipping point. What does that look like for you?
That's a good question.
Okay.
Yeah. Tipping point, the way I would measure it in consumer goods would be the rate of sale. Because in consumer goods, there's total sales is two variables. The distribution, so how many new buildings do you have your product in, times the number of items you sell in those distribution points. So those two things together equal total sales. The tipping point is the rate of sale. So when you are in a store, are you selling the same number of bags per store per week to like a Lindt bag or to a competitive? And then when you start seeing that you're hitting those benchmarks, then I know that it's working, because it's all about repeat. It's I'm not going to say easy, but you can get trial, but repeat is really what you want. And then once you get that repeat, that rate of sale goes up. So that's the tipping point.
Understood.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, Charles.
You mentioned a lot about branding. What steps have you taken, or I guess resources have you already put into branding for the?
Yeah. So we have a very, very small employee base in Kennebunk, and on one person does some social media, and she's an intern at the University of Southern Maine. So we do quite a bit on Instagram, a bit less on Facebook, a bit less on Twitter, but Instagram is our main driving horse in social media. And we have an artist who's a contractor, and he works from his house in Scarborough. So again, to your question, the heavy lifting is the merchandising. And up to now, that's about it. Although in October, I found another part-time contractor, and she is helping me now to start building those blocks to see how. So when we do find investment and when we do decide to invest, how would we do it and where would we do it? But to this point, that's it. Tomorrow, because I just signed off this morning, we're starting our first quite professional Facebook campaign in the San Diego region and in the Northeast region where those bags are located. And so I look forward to those results. So we're starting very slowly.
Yeah.
But going back to my question is, I'm starting slowly. Should we start maybe faster? So instead of limiting the Facebook campaign to X dollars a week, should we do X plus 3?
Well, I guess that's what prompted my question is that you seem to have done very well in getting your product into market.
Yeah.
So what steps, as far as the brand awareness was put in place, and has that worked for you, which it sounds like it has to this point?
Yeah, and let's go back to that equation. You can see that I'm a CPA by education. The equation of distribution times rate of sale. So getting distribution is costly, and it would be a shame to lose that distribution because the other part of the equation doesn't work. So the rate of sale part, there are two levers. The first lever is building the brand, TV advertising, I'm exaggerating, but magazine. The second lever is to create in-store deals. Like when you walk down a Hannaford, you have a little tag saying on sale this week, 2 for 1. Because that'll help rate of sale. People are drawn to that yellow tag. Yeah. So we've been doing a lot of that, which is good. That pushes the product out. But we need to pull the consumer to the store so that they buy our product.
Great discussion. This is a good place to stop, and we got to take a short break. But when we come back, we're going to have more about NibMor chocolates. To learn more about other companies that have been on our show over the past 3 seasons and to find resources to start your own business, please visit our website at greenlightmaine.com. We want to hear from you. We'll be right back.
Handmade carpets for Greenlight Maine have been provided by Mugalian Rugs, area rugs from around the world.
As a leader in Maine and New England in providing integrated accounting, consulting, and tax services to clients large and small, the team at MacPage has proven to provide innovative solutions to help us better meet our clients' needs. We enjoy the people we serve and care about the work we do. The success of our business is based upon our ability to develop quality relationships, one client at a time. MacPage. Accessible, approachable, accountable.
Are you an entrepreneur? Do you have a new business or a great new product? Greenlight Maine is now accepting submissions for Season 4. Visit our website for more information.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. We are in a mentoring round with NibMor chocolates. We just heard Ralph's challenge to growth, and now we're going to get some feedback from the panel.
Ralph, obviously you've done a really nice job building a chocolate company that seems to be a little bit different than the rest of them. I would say, where do you see your company in 3 to 5 years down the road?
In terms of, I have a specific target in terms of sales, but in terms of a consumer offering, to offer consumers a range of better for you chocolates and snacks.
Great.
I think that summarizes it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep, and I just wonder about your growth strategy. And if you were to win, $100,000, what would be the first thing that you felt like you could do in terms of investing in a risk that might be out there that might take you to the next level?
I would take that money and invest it probably in 2 areas. Going back to what I would invest it in some organic chocolate raw materials inventory. In order for us to be really nimble, so when orders come in and have to be delivered tomorrow, we can do it, and in supporting the brand. So more consumer pull activity, Facebook campaigns, and so forth.
You mentioned several sort of tipping point pieces. There were 3 in particular, but which one of them do you tend to lean toward most? And if you were given the opportunity to invest, which would you choose to want to invest in more?
The rate of sale. The rate of sale. So when the product is in a point of distribution, so in a store, that we can go from 1 bag a week, I'm using, to 3 bags a week. That's what I really favor, because once you've made the investment into that new piece of distribution, which costs money, that's a fixed cost, it's a one-time cost. So any variable to that, if you can increase that from 1 to 2 to 2 to 3, it just pays in spades. Distribution is the give that keeps on giving. So it's key to invest in that area.
So the question is, how do you do that? And there's marketing, and I know you've got some stuff already happening with Facebook, which is great.
So how do you do that? two levers is you need to find the funds to invest. So you need to convince current shareholders or potential future shareholders that they should invest into that rate of sale, because we have the key distribution. I mean, we have some really key retailers like Walmart for hot chocolate, Costco for chocolate. So now believe in us, invest in us so we can play with that rate of sale lever. And the second one is in people, because we have a very small team. But as you start, shipping to larger customers and doing more marketing campaigns, you need to invest in people. So.
And this is a good time to find out who these people are, resources to you. So let's start with Joe.
I'm Joe Corey. I'm the Vice President of Store Operations for Days Jewelers. So I run all of our locations throughout Maine and New Hampshire.
Fantastic.
My name is TJ Holloway, Vice President of Professional Development for the Holloway Group. Also doubled as a professor for Eastern Maine Community College and for Hudson University. And I find your product to be very fantastic, and I look forward to learning more about it.
Thank you very much.
My name's Charles Daly. I'm the owner of Bangor Media, which is an online website design and social media marketing company that also owns Bangor Buzz, which is the largest community events calendar in the region that just expanded to be statewide through mainbuzz.com.
Fantastic.
So an experience panel,
Yeah.
some great resources for you to talk to and move forward with your business.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Thank you
Yes.
for creating the opportunity. Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
And we're going to take a quick break. But first, this show is a great platform for so many businesses throughout the last 3 seasons. And even if you don't win the $100,000, really, they do win because a lot of them have gone on to grow their business and find even angel investment. So right now, we're going to take a look back at one of our previous contestants called Buco Chips.
Marty's Minutes brought to you by the Maine Venture Fund and Maine Technology Institute.
So we're literally here in Lorraine's kitchen from Buco. So Lorraine, tell us what's been going on since you were on Greenlight Maine.
Since a while ago, actually, when we were in Greenlight Maine, there's a lot. There's a lot of stuff. We were in the food show back in April, and from that, we actually gained a lot of different stores, health food stores from 4 different states. We were picked up by a national distributor, and so we're doing a lot of that, getting ready for the packaging, redesigning our packaging soon too, so that it kind of meets some of the requirements.
So you were on the show, you did well, you won, you gave a great pitch, and tell me what happened next. How did the business grow and evolve from that point?
We definitely had a lot of visibility from that. We're big in social media, and then so Instagram and Facebook, we saw a lot of views, we saw a lot of engagement. So I took advantage of that, and then so I started basically like offering a lot more recipes and ideas and how they can use Buco chips from Cornerstone Food Company. And then so from that, our Amazon sales actually went up just because they saw us on TV, they wanted to try it, and that was one of the way that they can do that.
So the main kind of entrepreneurial network and almost like a support group has helped you out.
Oh, absolutely. Just because I'm very proud of launching in Maine, actually. I tell my friends all over the world and also here that if I had launched maybe where I came from in Georgia, I don't think I would be as successful or would have as much exposure as I've been having here in Maine, just because people love local stuff.
Lorraine, we're all so proud of you for how you've grown the business since you've been on the show. We're excited about the new products. I'm signing up for the monthly subscription box. So let's get the Greenlight Maine high five.
Furniture for Greenlight Maine is provided by Thomas Mosier Furniture, handmade American furniture since 1972.
Are you trying to increase sales? At Dream Local Digital, we've been helping businesses using Facebook, Google, and other online tools for over 8 years. We're experts at helping small businesses because we work with them nationwide.
At Horch Roofing, we pride ourselves on doing quality roofs, not social media and direct marketing. That's why we hire the professionals at Dream Local.
We'd love to help you grow your business as well. Give us a call today.
Thomas College believes in innovation. From the Harold Alfond Institute for Business Innovation and our Center for Innovation in Education to 3-year undergraduate degrees and accelerated graduate programs in business, cybersecurity, and criminology, innovation is in our DNA. Money Magazine ranks Thomas 23rd in the nation for value, and our Guaranteed Job program backs that up. Thomas College, personal, practical, guaranteed.
Thomas College is a proud sponsor of Greenlight Maine.
Are you an entrepreneur? Do you have a new business or a great new product? Greenlight Maine is now accepting submissions for Season 4. Visit our website for more information.
I think people walk into our store because they know we're going to treat them well and they know they're going to get a good value for whatever they're looking at.
It's definitely something that you don't see at large corporate chains that have lost that real personal touch that we try to keep up with every day.
At Days, we constantly show that we care. They know that we're going to take care of them for years to come. It's not a one sale and done. We want to build customers for a lifetime.
Make sure that my jewelry comes from Days.
Broadcast facilities provided by NESCOM, the New England School of Communications at Husson University.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. We've had an excellent discussion with one of our finalists, NibMor Chocolates, and we're going to get our final feedback from our mentors. Take it away, Joe.
Ralph, you've done a nice job growing your company through at least the first few stages here. My recommendation to you would be to continue to develop your infrastructure as a company, put it in a position that is ready to take the next step, and I think it's going to make your company more appetizing to investors.
Good advice.
Very good. Thank you very much.
TJ.
I think the major question is whether to chase the investment for now, or do you wait till after you hit that tipping point? And I like to segment things out into 5 major factors of production of your land, your labor, your capital, the entrepreneurship, and then the actual knowledge, which you have a good deal of all of those. But the one thing that's missing as of right now to move this company forward is the capital. So it's always worth it to have it in hand early rather than have to chase it late. So I would get out there on the ground and look for some investors to really help push this company forward right away.
Yeah, thank you very much, DJ.
And Charles.
I have to say that there are a lot of companies out there who would love to be in a position in which you are, where you're asking yourself the question of where should I invest, but they don't necessarily have the growth or some of the sales that you have seen, certainly as of late. And with that said, I think where you stand with regard to what you've been able to do with the resources and ability that you have, you should just continue down that path and look for investments, but wait until you have that, as Joe said, you're more appealing to the investors who are willing to probably give more when you make it just a little bit further.
Yeah. So the tipping point is not far away. It's very, very, very close.
Yes.
So a great problem to have.
Yeah.
You're growing. You just need the investment to push you tipping point over the top, as you said. Yeah. So key takeaways. What are you going to do next?
I'm going to continue, talking to potential investors and continue talking to the current investors, of course. And I've started, but the feedback today has been fantastic. Really put the building blocks, assuming that capital comes in, so that when that capital comes in, I hit the ground running. So that's a real key takeaway. So thank you all very, very much for your input and feedback today.
Yes, thank you so much for our panel. Great job, a lot of experience here, and congratulations to you. Good luck with the next round. I know that your company is just going to continue to grow and grow, so we're going to look forward to watching you for sure.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, we have to say goodnight. This show is great for the state of Maine. Prize money aside, Greenlight Maine is an excellent way for small businesses to expose, promote, and expand, so we encourage you to get involved. And check us out online at greenlightmaine.com and like us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We appreciate and thank you for your feedback. We'll see you right back here next week for more Greenlight Maine. Have a great night.
Greenlight Maine has been brought to you by Days Jewelers, New England's family jeweler since 1914. Greenlight Maine would not be possible without the support of all of our corporate sponsors. Thank you.
Greenlight Maine has been a paid-for presentation by the Portland Media Group.